Fotoquiz 1.3 I colori. First, we're going to talk about these words as the actual names of colors. That is, their function as a noun. The name of a person, place, or thing. In this case, the thing is a color. So, il colore rosso, il colore giallo, il colore azzurro, il colore bianco, il colore grigio, il colore nero, etc. Now we can shorten that to say the name of the color just by saying il rosso, il giallo, l'azzurro. Did you hear that? The difference? Il giallo, l'azzurro. That's because azzurro begins with a vowel. Il bianco, il grigio, il nero, il celeste, il verde, l'arancione. Do you notice the difference? Il celeste, l'arancione. Arancione also begins with a vowel. Il marrone, il rosa, il blu, il beige, il viola. So that's how you name a color. For example, I like purple. Mi piace il viola. So I like the color purple, il viola. Now, if you want to use these words, these color words, to mean something a little different, that is the same color, but now in company with a something we're describing as being red or blue or green, now their job changes and they're no longer a noun, the name of the color, but they're a describing word, an adjective. So in Italian, that means they're going to change their form so they can match or blend in with what they're describing. Now in English, that doesn't happen. It's a blue house, a blue car, a blue girl, a blue glass, but the word blue never changes. In Italian, it has to change because the nouns in Italian are either masculine or feminine, and they're plural or singular. So I'd like to use the metaphor, the visual of the ice cream cone. And here we've got an ice cream cone with 4 flavors. So the flavors, the 4 flavors, represent what usually happens with adjectives. Most Italian adjectives have 4 flavors or 4 different forms depending on what they're accompanying. So if the adjective is going to accompany a masculine singular noun like il cappotto, then it will have 1 flavor. Il cappotto rosso. If the noun is masculine plural, I cappotti, rosso is going to change into I cappotti rossi. If it's feminine like la borsa, rosso is going to change to la borsa rossa. If we're now talking about due borse, it'll be due borse rosse. So you'll notice that the base word rosso changed into different forms depending on what it was being matched with. Rosso, rossi, rossa, rosse. So this is going to be true of all of these in the biggest ovals here, accompanied by the 4 flavor ice cream cone. So let's practice those for a moment. Rosso, rossi, rossa, rosse. Those are the 4 flavors of red depending on what it is I'm describing as being red. Giallo, gialli, gialla, gialle. Azzurro, azzurri, azzurra, azzurre. Bianco, bianchi, bianca, bianche. Grigio, grigi, grigia, grigie, nero, neri, nera, nere. So this is the most common pattern of 4 flavors, represented by these 6 very common color words used in Italiano. Now we're going to move over here where we see a 2-flavored ice cream cone, chocolate and vanilla. This represents a group of color words that only have 2 forms, that is, singular and plural. This means that it doesn't matter whether the thing we're describing in Italian is a masculine word or a feminine word. What matters is whether the thing is singular, that is one of them, or plural, more than one of them. So the colors marrone, arancione, verde, and celeste will have 2 flavors. So for example, a blue purse is una borsa celeste. A blue coat is un cappotto celeste. You'll notice even though borsa is a feminine word in Italian and cappotto is a masculine word in Italian, the color word celeste did not change. But if I want to talk about 10 borse, then 10 purses, then I have to change my color word celeste to show a plural form, 10 borse celesti. So this group of color words acts in that way. So we have 2 flavors, a singular flavor and a plural flavor. Celeste, celesti, verde, verdi, arancione, arancioni, marrone, marroni. This group, you'll notice, is together with a plain vanilla ice cream cone. This plain vanilla ice cream cone means these color words only come in one form. So it doesn't matter what they're describing, but the word itself will always stay exactly the same, just like it does in English. So I can say il cappotto viola, or I can say la giacca viola. 10 capelli viola, or 2 felpe viola. So even though what I'm describing might be feminine singular, feminine plural, masculine singular, masculine plural, the color word in this group does not change. It's what we call invariable, that is, does not vary. Now, one little interesting thing about language being quote-unquote living and changing is that in Italian right now, these 2 words, marrone and arancione, historically would have been in the plain vanilla group. That is, they wouldn't have changed. But in modern Italian, what's happening is people are starting to look at the ending, because they end in e, and they're starting to say, well, let's treat them like celeste and verde. That is, they should have 2 flavors. So you're going to find them when you're reading or listening to people, that sometimes you'll hear marrone for things that are singular and plural, but sometimes you'll hear marrone for when you're talking about one thing, and marroni when you're talking about more than one thing. The same is true of arancione. So I've gone ahead and put them in the 2 flavor area because it looks like the language is changing in that direction.